Hey everybody, before the show starts, log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, click on the book a call tab to book a one-on-one Zoom call with me to get all your music business questions solved. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham, and on this episode, we're talking about, we're continuing the How to Start a Music Career series, all right? And this one, we're talking about finding the attorney. Now, you know I've done the finding attorney thing on this channel, so I'm gonna add a little bit to that. I'm gonna spin it around a little bit, and then we're gonna make it like new again. But I just wanted to make a new one for the how to start your music career or how to start a music career series. Now, if you want to donate to the channel, you can right over here. If you want to skip ahead of Copyright Explained, you can right down below. But before we start the show, let's jump into Copyright Explained. Copyright: the sole right which an author has in their own original literary compositions. The exclusive right of an author to print, publish, and vend their own literary works for their own benefit. Now, of course, there are two main rights of copy that the music industry operates and revolves around, and that's the masters and the publishing. And the masters is referred to as the sound recording copyright. Sound recordings as in records, masters, phonogram, or the audio recording file, i.e. the WAV, MP3, AIFF of the composition and or song. Now, you can collect your master recording royalties or the proceeds due from the sale and streaming of the master recording via your distributor like TuneCore or DistroKid, and if you have a major label deal, then it's them, all right? Now, you can also collect the performance royalties via the master sound recording via Sound Exchange and PPL over in the UK. Sound Exchange is based here in America. And if you are outside of America, any other organization that collects these sound recording performance royalties are referred to as neighboring rights. Now, publishing is referred to as a performing arts copyright here in America. Okay, performing arts as in the composition, sheet music, MIDI files, publishing, or song to be performed. You can collect the performance royalties for the composition via BMI, CSAC, ASCAP here in America and PRS over in the UK, and other countries have their own performing rights organization as well to collect those royalties for you. All right, now you can collect the mechanical royalties due from the composition via Harry Fox, Music Reports, and the Mechanical Licensing Collective here in America. You can also collect your mechanical royalties over in the UK from MCPS. So now, Lyric Find right here. You can get your lyric display royalties from Lyric Find and Music Match, but that's that. Let's go through the 6 rights of copyright to be exercised to the fullest extent of the United States Code under Title 17, and that's the right to reproduce. The right to reproduce the copyrighted work in copies or phonorecords, physical or digital format. The right to prepare derivative works. The right to prepare derivative works based upon the copyrighted work. The right to distribute copies or phonorecords of the copyrighted work to the public by sale or other transfer of ownership or by rental, lease, or lending. And then we have the right to public performance, the right to perform the copyrighted work publicly, the right to public display, the right to display the copyrighted work publicly, and the right to digital performance, and that's the right to digital audio transmission performance. All right, everybody, so how can we actually pick an attorney? Like, how is this going to work for us, right? So when we first started, we were talking about building a team, right? We had an outlook on, okay, we're going to build this team thing. But before we build this team, we've got some building blocks to put in place here, right? We got to get some branding going on for us as an artist. But while we're doing that, we got to work on an entertainment attorney, right? So we're going to take all the stuff that we worked on in branding, and we're going to start to filter some of that into finding the attorney that will fit for this brand that you're building, okay? Now, we're not done with any of that. We just have to add one person to the team or start to look for this one person to add to the team first in this process. So check this out, all right? So what we're going to do with this attorney is we're going to start to compile a list. Let's go to the slide really quickly. So we're going to compile this list, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a list of artists, producers, songwriters, content creators, and just miscellaneous personnel that we're going to utilize to start to find, I'm going to say your top 5 of all of these people, to start to find who represents them, right? Who represents the content creators, the artists, the songwriters, the producers, right? Who represents them? Because that way, and here's how it's going to work, as you heard me say on this channel before, when you find the circle, of people that you like, put yourself in that circle, the circle that you envision that you will be a part of. Because if we go back to brand, remember we had a vision. This is the world around you. What did that world look like? And you got to put yourself in that world. And so what you do is you build that world by associating yourself with the people that you feel you should be associated with. So therefore, you need to find a common link between these attorneys that will work with you or work for you, okay? This is going to be your first step. And believe you me, we're going to get to the manager, but we got to work on the attorney first. All right, so now, what can you expect from this attorney? Well, there are some things to know about the lawyer, right? They'll be that they are there to really structure and shape your deals. Lawyers are involved in all aspects of your entertainment career, all right? And they will be influential in determining which company will get a particular deal, like the deal that they're working on. The deal they're working on for you, they can determine which company should get this particular deal, which would be the best fit for you. Because truth be told, most artists don't know what's the best record label. Don't use these tactics for finding an attorney to find a record label, because that is not your expertise. All right, let the attorney do that, or the lawyer do that. Let's go back to the slide. So they can decide which business manager and personal manager or client you should go with, okay? Or that will actually get you as a client. They are essentially your first business strategist and consultant, but not your last, right? So, you know, this thing right here, just having this attorney in play first, having a relationship with the attorney first is going to be big, 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 and it's going to be key for you, okay? I can't stress it enough. Do not hire the attorney or go looking for the attorney when it is like everything is on fire, contracts are being thrown your way. Do not do it at that point, because you're going to be rushing and you're going to end up spending a lot of money, right? And you don't really want to spend a lot of cash too fast, because you could deplete like your cash flow that you have coming in. So kind of start to set some money aside for this attorney while you're working on building your brand and getting your buzz up and all this, that, and the third. Start developing these relationships in your area or relationships with these people. Email them, follow them on social media, comment on their social media. Let them know that you're in the market for an attorney, and just stay in contact with them. Hey man, look, I really like what you do as an attorney. I want you to represent me. I'm not quite ready yet. Here's my Instagram page, but I will be checking back in with you periodically to let you know my progress and where we stand. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And to be honest with you, most attorneys will really respect that, you know, you're looking at hiring them as an attorney. Let's go to the next slide. Lawyer's fees. All right, now starting out, you can expect to pay $300 to $500 for your first consultation with a small or medium weight attorney. Okay, don't let these fees scare you. Okay, because that's actually cheap, right? You're getting kind of a bargain at that price, and it's pretty standard for most attorneys. So that's why I said, like, I always keep on this, like, don't quit your day job. Save some money, set some money aside. This business is expensive. So plan for that. Have some foresight. See the attorney, say, okay, the attorney's coming down the line round about here. Let me just make sure I can set aside, you know, maybe $1,500 to get it going, and I'll start the process, and then, you know, because the attorney's going to really help you. Anyway, back to the slide. So, you know, A-listers can be up to $2,000. Okay, so just even for that first consultation, depends on how many deals they're closing and whatnot. All right, for your first set of contracts, could be anywhere from $600 to $2,000. It just depends on how much you may need. Or you might only need one songwriter or producer agreement as an artist, because you just want to make sure that you can have all the masters for yourself, okay, while you're getting ready to work on the record deal. Because what you don't want to have, if you can have the masters in your possession first, it gives you a little bit more leverage when you're starting to work on the record deal. I'm not saying a lot of leverage, but it helps you, right? Because now you don't have to deal with that producer. You can, I'm just giving you some game. You can kind of pay the producer off first, and then you can go from there directly into your record deal And anyway, it saves money. Okay. So anyway, back to the slide. So, negotiations and redlining are on a case-by-case basis. All right. So I'm just saying, like, there's not much, because look, we're basing this series off of this All You Need to Know About the Music Business book, you know, but I didn't want to take all the good stuff out of here. I still want you to go get the book. I think you should, but I'm just helping you out, those out who, you know, who don't actually read the book and let it collect dust. There's a lot you can say about an attorney, but your attorney, as long as you establish a relationship first, can be your best friend, all right, in this music business. Through the ups and the downs, as long as you have some money to pay them, you know, and you establish a good relationship, they can really, really give you some help, all right? As long as you're putting in the effort, they will put in the effort and the money, all right? Anyway, so that's kind of how you're going to find this attorney. Now, where can you find the attorney? Well, you can find this attorney at most music networking functions. If you don't, let's say, have a list of people that you want to find. But if you have a list of people that, like the artists, like if you build a list that way, you can find these entertainment attorneys in your geographical area, or at least 3 to 6 hours out from your geographical area. There's a major epicenter. You can find them. I don't care where you are. You can find these attorneys. Fly to the cities and network if you need to. All right, but they are there. Establish your relationships online. If they have a function, or if they have a panel, if they have something coming up, it would make some sense to go and meet them. Shake their hand, show your face, let them know you exist, let them know you will be coming on board soon, and maybe find them, like I said, at a music industry function, a networking event like the Recording Academy, if you're a member of the Grammy Society, right? Any BMI function, ASCAP function. For those of you all in LA and New York and Nashville, a NARUP function. All right. So forth and so on. Anyway, that's been the show. I've drug it out as long as I possibly can. Those are my tips and tricks to finding an entertainment lawyer. All right. I'll see you all next time. Peace. Everybody, thanks for watching the show. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, click on the Book a Call tab to get a one-on-one Zoom call with me to get all your music business questions answered and solved. Thanks for watching.